Well, what can I say? It's quite emotional, really. More emotional than I thought it would be. I thought it would be really exciting, which it is, getting here, but all sorts of feelings after, basically 40 years ago, jumping on my first Ducati and finally arriving where they're born. Yeah, it's quite a almost a spiritual thing, really. Very, very exciting. Look forward to getting inside. We're actually right here in Bologna at the Ducati factory, Panigale, Bologna, Italy. I'm so pumped, so emotional. I didn't think I'd feel like this, but it's going to be a moving, maybe spiritual even experience. Let's go inside. Stop here at security, pick up your pass, which you should have booked and paid for online on the Ducati website. Saves you mucking around and it makes sure you don't miss out on the tour. There's only two languages, English and Italian, so you want to make sure that you've got a spot on the English tour. So post the book online. So grab your pass here, go across the little road here and up into the visitor centre. Now the visitor centre, you go to the customer service desk, check in, they'll let you know, oh yes, we've got your name here, you're on the tour, it starts in 15 minutes or whatever like that. If you come a little bit early, you'll have time to go back out and up the stairs to the museum, check out the museum beforehand. But if you're close to start time of your tour, just have a look around the shop here. There's plenty of merchandise and that for you to check out. Changing rooms, you can check out for size and all that sort of stuff. Here also is you'll find some cubby holes, lockable cubby holes, where you can store your helmet and jacket and any gear that you don't want to take with you on the factory tour. From here, you'll go out with your guide and they'll give you little speakers to so you can hear what you're saying if the group gets spread out. They're going to cover up your phone camera lenses with these little stickers. Okay, somebody in the past obviously has abused it, but no photos on the tour. Okay, you're going to get to see everything inside the factory except for you're not going to go to the prototype engine room where they have all the prototype motors that they've built over the years, and you're not going to go into the racing division. Now, Ducati course, there's big doors there with security cards to get in. No windows on the doors, you can't see inside. But you're going to get to see everything else. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's fantastic. I did note that in the engine department where they build them, assemble the motors, all girl teams. I guess finer hands and maybe a bit more attention to detail, I don't know. But all girl teams, so just know that your Ducati, the motor was built by some lovely Borg Panigale ladies. Now you can go up to the museum upstairs, just go outside, come up along here, up the stairs and to the visitor museum, the Ducati museum. The girl's going to tell you what the do's and don'ts, which basically is don't touch. You can take photos, but don't touch anything. There are some current model bikes in the reception area, and you're allowed to hop on all of them and get your photo taken, except for the Panigale. The factory tour is about 45 minutes. You'll need about the same in the museum here. It's got a lot of the earlier models and a good selection of models through the ages, I guess, through the epochs of Ducati, right up to the modern day. You get to see the 2023 Pecco Bagnaglia's MotoGP bike. It's right there. A bunch of other stuff. There are some leathers, old leathers and some old helmets, and then a room full of trophies as well. But apart from that, not a lot. It's not really like an interactive museum or anything like that. So work on about 45 minutes for that, get your photos and stuff, and then you're pretty well done. But, you know, there's no rush and there's no time limit or anything like that, so you can stay as long as you like. Here we are at the Ducati factory shop, just around the corner from the factory itself. Let's go in here. We've done the tour, which was really awesome. Gotta go in here and look at some more stuff, and then later in the video I'm gonna tell you how to get here from the middle of town. At the moment, of course, we're in Panigale, Bologna. Time to get some merch. You can get merch in the visitor centre, but you've got a much bigger selection down the road, round the corner. The official Ducati factory shop. Here you can get more riding gear, discounted stuff, so end-of-line stuff, things that are, I guess, slow sellers or whatever, but plenty of riding gear there, changing rooms, all the staff speak English. You'll find something there for sure. I spent way too much money myself. Part of the factory shop is the service centre. Now, it's around the back of the shop. If you're touring on a Ducati and you have some problems, stick your head in here. You may be okay to go straight in and get your bike looked at. I did ask the workshop manager if how much notice they needed, and if there was an emergency or something, you could come straight in. He said sometimes no problem. So take your chances. Or if you know you've got a problem, try and ring ahead and get it booked in. Factory manager's English was pretty low, but just ask for the Ducati factory store. All those people speak English. And the manager of the factory store and sales spoke perfect English, so you'll have no problem there communicating. But pay to call ahead if you know you've got a problem with your bike. If you're staying in Bologna and you're not on a bike, I highly recommend just catching a bus. It's the easiest way to get to the factory. You want to catch an 23 bus from here. This is one of the main bus stops in the middle of downtown Bologna. Okay, Lame it's called, Lame. Jump on the bus, costs you €1.10, and it'll take you about 25 minutes to get to Borgo Panigale. Jump off at that stop. If you miss that stop, you can get off at Ducati stop. Okay, between the two stops, you turn left, and there is the factory. It appears in front of you. One place you should visit while you're in Bologna, and I'll put a link to the video here, Rino's Garage. Rino Caracci, the C in NCR Racing. His son Stefano's built a beautiful museum for him, and Ducati Racing, his history of Ducati Racing, everything right there. It's right in the middle of town. Check out the video. He's a great guy, and he'll be happy to see you. I highly recommend that you spend at least a couple of nights in Bologna. It's a beautiful city, famous for its porticos, the covered walkways. It has over 60 kilometres of covered walkways throughout the centre of the city. It's also a university town, so you find a lot of young people there. The middle of town's beautiful. It's got some big towers. One of the towers leans even further over than the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Like most cities in Italy, there's always a tower or two. A beautiful plaza, interesting fountain right there in the middle, which I happen to really enjoy watching. And it's just traditional Italian city. Not too much tourism, but plenty of interesting things there. I do recommend, if you're visiting Bologna on a motorcycle, that you look for accommodation that's not in the centre of town. There's no secure parking in the CBD, so you're much better off to stay outside of the centre of town and somewhere where you can securely lock up your bike. I use Bologna as a base. The rail system in Italy is very good. A train going pretty much anywhere you want to go every half an hour or so. The Bologna train station's only 10 or 15 minutes walk from the centre of town, so no problem to go and catch a train. Close to Rimini, close to Ducati World. Milan's just up the road. Venice, an hour, just under 2 hours away. So train system fantastic. For me, much better than having the hassle of a rental car or something like that. Highly recommended. The Italian rail system. Get yourself a Freshie card and you can do all your bookings online on your phone. Some bonus information for you. If you're into merch, check out Peter Rosso. It's inside another department store like Sears or like Farmers called OVS. Go inside, go up the escalator into the children's department, go through the children's department, you'll come to Peter Rosso. A lot of footwear, Ducati branded footwear, belts, all sorts of stuff. A lot of stuff heavily discounted, beanies and hats and jandals and everything like that. You won't find it unless you go into the store. It's not signposted. But a bunch of Ducati stuff there. Not so much clothes, but footwear and things. So check out that as well. Some very good discounts. Alright, got some goodies. Hope you enjoyed the video. Now you know how to get here. Come and check it out for yourself. I highly recommend it. If you're into Ducatis, especially like me, a big fan most of your life, you'll never regret it. It's a magic experience. Girls have got all the Gucci, all the shopping and all that. Us guys go to Italy, you've got to come here and check out the Ducati factory tour and museum and the Ducati factory shop. Catch you in the next video.